Warm greetings to one and all present here. Let me introduce about myself. My name is Mr. A. Jasmine Anthony Raj, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to discuss about the topic testing as a feedback loop from the subject design thinking. Okay, so let me recall what is meant by design thinking. Actually, so design thinking is nothing but an human-centered approach to innovations and problem solving. So here we are going to take a problem with the concept of an human-centered approach, and we have to give the solution for the particular issues. So here it has an 5 stages. So first one, emphasize, design, ideate, prototype, test. So here we are going to see about a next testing phase. So testing phase is an often seen in the final stage in the total stages. So here it is nothing but in an reality. What is being made a reality? So we can able to define that as a continuous process of learning and refining. It is nothing but an we can able to check or we can able to do the process continuously. So here we can able to check whether this phase is an not about and confirming that a design is finished. So here we cannot able to give the confirmations whether we can able to finished. So it can able to be an being on it, it will be and being on and working. So what doesn't and why? So we can able to test that different conditions where we can able to get the finest solutions. So here the first topic is a testing as a feedback loop. So here how can we able to define this? And feedback loop means it is nothing but the loop between the designer and the user. The designer means one who is going to design what is the problem, for that problem understanding the problem completely and giving the solutions to the user, one who is going to use the solutions. So instead of assuming the design is perfect, testing allows the teams to observe a real world use. So instead of having designing a perfect solutions, so we can able to test with the teams to observe a real world use. So what is the real need of this world to get the clear solutions rather than and also we can able to gather the feedback and make necessary changes. So here we can able to get the users who is facing the problem. From there, if we are getting a feedback, we can able to understand the problem better and we can able to give the necessary changes. Next one, so what is a purpose? So purpose is nothing but to evaluate and prototype in a real world environment. Next one, we can able to observe a users interactions with the solutions. So in order to after getting the feedback from the users, we can able to interact with the solutions with the users. Next one, we can able to identify the usability issues and misunderstanding or emotional responses. So here this also may occurs while we are dealing with the problem to give the solutions. So we have to check whether how can we able to give those informations as a clear factors. Next one, so testing validates understanding of the problem. So here even if after in a deep and empathy and definitions. So here empathy means an understanding the problems in end users shoes and we are giving the definitions of the problem. So it's possible that the problem wasn't and fully understood. So by these by these two stages we cannot able to fully understand the problem. So that time only we can able to use the testing phase. So here the solutions address the right pain points. So here I can able to understand what is a real problem, the user needs and expectations are being met. So here what is the real solutions need by the users, that we can able to check according to the users expectations. Next one, we can able to have a core problem was also framed collectively. So collectively when we are giving a solution, so we can also give the solutions for the core problem also, so that it cannot be able to repeat in future as a problem. Next one, we can able to testing reveals whether your solutions aligns with the real user behavior. So real user behavior also can able to get the solutions by testing the process and also not just by doing this by assumptions. Next one, testing exposes an hidden flaws. So here testing means so checking what will be the problem and how can we able to give the solutions. So here so users often interact with an prototype is unpredictable ways. So testing allows a team to observe unexpected behaviors, that is examples using a features differently than an intended. So here we have to make the test of the users to observe, and it is not we are observing the expected behaviors, and also we can able to check mainly with the unexpected behaviors. So examples, if you want to define this, so you can able to using a features differently than an intended. So we have to face the problem in a different manner. Next one, points of an confusions or and frustrations. So here if you want to know the which point is being and confused, so what is the expectations of the solutions. Next one, barriers to and usability, such the complex navigations, misleading labels or lack of accessibility. So here barriers means which is causing a problems to give the solutions that we have to check. These are often not visible on paper. So here everything will not be given in a written papers or in theory, but it comes clear in actions. So only through an actions we can able to check the problem, this type of a problem. Next one, interactions and an continuous improvement. So here testing naturally leads to an iterations. So iterations means until the conditions is being satisfied, the loop will be keep on continuing. So here that is, so it is revising and then improving the prototype based on a user inputs. So based on the user inputs, it will be keep on giving the solutions. Next one, it supports the fail fast, learn faster mindset. So here if the problem has been and fail fast, then we have to learn from the failures in a faster manner. So next one, what are the benefits of iterations? It will be reducing a long-term cost by catching problem early. So here what after completing all the phases, if you are finding a fault in the first stage, so it might be waste of time and amount, or an financially it will be unpredictable. So that we need to reduce those informations by identifying the problem early. Next one, it will use to improve the usability, clarity and an effectiveness. So usability means how long we can able to use this particular solution. So next one, how clear we can able to get the solutions. It should be in an effective manner. Next one, it leads to more user-centered and functional solutions. So the users should be felt that then this solutions is then user centered, so that the functional function and the giving problem solutions is being clarified, it is being successfully implemented, and the results has been get from the users with their 100% satisfaction. Next one, this makes a testing not a one-time check but a psychological process. So here if you are the solutions is being an address, and if you are giving the solutions, it should not be in a one-time solutions, it should be keep on giving the solutions till we are succeeding. Next one, involving people builds an empathy and trust. So here testing is not just an evaluating a product. So if you are evaluating a product alone, it cannot be able to define as a testing. It is about maintaining a human connections. Next one, when the peoples are involving in the test process, they must hear and valued. So they have to hear what is the feel of a users, what is their trouble, and they have to evaluate, value their points. Their input directly shapes the outcome. So the given input should be directly shape the what should be the outcome of the problem. They are more likely to accept and adopt the final product. So here the problem has been identified and they should accept what we are giving as a solution. So testing becomes a moment of an co-creation. So here testing means it is nothing but a co-creator of the particular problem, where the users and the designer collaborate in real time. The user is one who is going to use the process, and the designer is one who is going to design the particular process. Next one, minimizes risk before and full implementation. So here if you want to minimize the risk before and full implementation, so it should be bringing a poorly tested product to market can be expensive and damaging. So here first itself if you are testing means this type of a problem will be avoid, expenses can be reduced and it cannot be able to be a damaging one. So testing mitigates the risk by ensuring the product actually solves the problem. The given product has been solves the problem. The design is usable, scalable and desirable. So this will be the concept of minimizing risk before a full implementation. Next one, encourages a culture of learning, not and perfection. So here encouraging means, so here the test reinforces core principles of design thinking. If it's okay to be wrong, as long as you learn from it. So if we are giving a solutions, it will be solve the problem. If it is fails, so we are going to learn from the particular process. So instead of aiming for a perfect solutions on the first try, so team are encouraged to, so we have to get the embrace feedback even if it is negative. So even though the process is being a negative process, we have to get a feedback. Next we have to learn from users continuously. So unless we are learning users experience continuously, we cannot able to give the particular result. Let me thank one and all for giving me this golden opportunity. We'll meet in another sessions. Thank you.